Director Hugh, it is good to finally meet you face to face.
So, you said you needed help.
It worked! So, both Director Hugh and Tassine Fey were aboard the Harmony. It's a start. However, I'm place these fragments in the correct order. Right. After the fragments had... We did...
Director Hugh, it is good to finally meet you face to face. I have heard a lot about you and your skill set.
Leader Tassine Fey, please call me Hugh. Likewise, I've heard a lot about the Etherians. So, you said you needed help.
Yes, a piece of our technology has been found aboard the Harmony. We may be compromised.
Let's see. You're right. This is control board technology, all right. And yet, the energy signature isn't an exact match. This technology looks like a fragment of a larger piece. We'll need to locate the rest of it before I can make an assessment.
Of course. Our diplomatic quarters are available, should you wish to stay longer for this assessment. Please excuse the furnishing. Under normal circumstances, we redress our rooms for all our guests.
Well, these circumstances are far from normal. But that won't be necessary. We won't be staying long.
I see. How unfortunate. Perhaps another time. In that case, please follow me.
Great teamwork! Exactly. Fortunately, the data node recording also shows the console code used by Tassine Fey to bypass security. So it seems like the starship debris we found earlier might have been Control Borg then. If we proceed, the door behind us will likely lock. We'll need to choose a path. Right behind you. Look! It seems like a struggle may have taken place here. It's one of Director Hugh's officers. We better help them. Shields are still down. We can stabilize them and beam them out. This isn't good. We need to figure out what happened here. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? That's the spirit! I'm feeling less guilty about tampering with Etherian technology. Our allies could be in danger. Recalibrating parameters. Almost there. Got it. The fragments should be ready to play.
I will lead you to our lower decks.
Watch out! What are you doing?
It worked! However, my scans indicate the presence of corrupted data located inside the memory buffers. One of the following fragments does not align with the expected data intervals of the recording. That is to say, one of the recordings of Director Hugh was added later on. It was artificially injected into the data sequence. Perhaps. Which fragment was artificially added to the data node? The node is not responding to that input. Which fragment was artificially added to the data node? Right. An unknown construct appeared from beyond the portal and attacked the group. The falsified fragment has been identified. First, Tassine Fey told Director Hugh and his bridge officers that she would lead them to the lower decks of the ship. But then, an unknown construct attacked Director Hugh and his bridge officers from beyond the portal. One of his bridge officers was left wounded. Well done. That's it. It wasn't a control Borg that fired at Director Hugh's officer, but an unknown construct. It seems Etherian? The corrupted data has been removed successfully. The full sequence of events is now ready to play. Unfortunately, the harmonics are acting up again, so expect some fragmentation. The system...
It is a shame you are not staying longer. We have much to discuss. I am curious about the liberated Borg.
Well, the path of a liberated Borg is not easy. Ultimately, it's about giving others a second chance.
Fascinating. Etherians believe in giving others a second life, like in ascension.
I suppose you could compare it to that. Helping others overcome their past so they can grow.
Indeed. If you'd follow me, I will lead you to our lower decks.
You said this is where you found the Control Borg boarding party?
Indeed.
Do you know how they were able to bypass your shields?
We are uncertain. Several malfunctions have been reported. No conclusions have been drawn yet.
What are you doing?
This was not supposed to happen.
Get behind me!
My word, so that's what actually happened. It seems like an Etherian security system of some sort attacked Director Hugh and his officers. But by Luca, I cannot imagine why someone would come back afterwards to plant a falsified recording implicating the Borg. It's beyond me. In any case, Tassine Fey's remark is important. If the Etherian security system has gone rogue, there might be more for us to worry about than Control Borg. Fortunately, this recording also shows the console code used to activate this portal. I suppose it will lead to the lower decks. Here. I believe this calls for the Earth saying, "Here goes nothing." These lower decks sure are darker. A word? Yes. I think so. I feel confident that we are on the right track, especially after seeing both Director Hugh and Tarsine Fey pass through here. Well, I'm glad that's settled. Exactly. I admit, I'm feeling apprehensive. What we're about to see next could be very telling. Integrating the environmental information. Bypassing encryptions. All done. The fragments are ready to play.
Due to bridge, requesting immediate backup.
There has been a grave misunderstanding. Fret not, Director. We will not let you perish. You shall be conserved and uplifted anew.
Perish? Unfortunately, my scans suggest that the node's memory buffer may be overloaded. Which data node fragment was altered? The altered fragment has been identified. By Lucar, we...
Due to bridge, requesting immediate backup.
There has been a grave misunderstanding.
I can see that. What the hell is going on here?
Our security system is registering you and your officers as Prime Borg.
Tassine Fey, I really don't want to take down your construct. Get them to stand down.
I understand. This won't be necessary. You will be neutralized until we can repair our systems.
Neutralized? Okay, we might be getting lost in translation, but that's not how...
Fret not, Director. We will not let you perish. You shall be conserved and uplifted anew.
Admiral Kumarke to the Rescava. We are requesting backup aboard the Harmony. Director Hugh is down. I repeat, Director Hugh is down.
Admiral Kumarke, this is Ensign Varunte reporting in. We have notified both of your crews. We're struggling to get a lock on your position. We'll beam someone down as soon as we can.
Copy that, Varunte. Right. Let's not waste a moment. That's Director Hugh's other officer. Let's stabilize. Watch out! Control Borg ahead! No match for us. Unsurprisingly, this room is also on lockdown. We'll need to figure out how to move on without a recording of Tarsin Fei's console code. What an incredible astrometrics laboratory. I never imagined Etherians to be galactic strategists, though. Perhaps they are less quick to trust others than I had originally thought. This star chart shows an array of interlinked gateways placed across a vast number of alternate dimensions. Fascinating. I haven't seen many other species use gateways as a means of transportation. Cybernetic onslaught. It seems these military texts describe the battle the Etherians fought against the Borg, as well as other civilizations. This retelling is much less grim than I would have imagined. Didn't they say the Borg decimated their entire universe? Perhaps the military texts hold the key to our exit. That's it. Well done. Lead the way. Rogue security system constructs up ahead. Let's keep moving. Look out! Control Borg heading our way! They must be beaming in from other sections of the ship. Are these Etherian living quarters? Oddly enough, it sort of looks familiar. Look out! Control Borg heading our way. Oh my! It's a whole wall of Grandad Bexes. But why? Perhaps this is how Etherians honor their fallen. I'm picking up life signs nearby. Admiral Kumar K to the Riskava, requesting an immediate status report. And it seems the...
Admiral Kumar K.
Then I'll be right behind you. It seems there are no... Let's try the console at the end of the room. Neurodrills? Hydroponics pods? Is this a sick bay or a science lab? Nothing here. We'll have to keep looking. Rogue security system incoming! Our console interaction must have activated them. We're stronger than the last ones! Well done. Quite the interruption. Now, where were we? It does seem like a line from... Me neither. This is a partial biomedical display of Etherian energy readings. These readings indicate the presence of enhanced sensory organs, regenerative internal probes, and an energy-based core. It looks like the Etherian anatomical composition is 70% biological, 30% mechanical, and the rest of the data is missing. Strange. Perhaps there's another console in this room that contains the access code to the door. Heads up! Rogue security system incoming again! Predictable, I suppose. They've upped their offensive, likely due to a perceived increase in threat level aboard the ship. Oh, I'm glad that's over. Let's try another console. That's it! The door is open! I'm detecting a life sign. Cognitive functions are compatible with the cooperative Borg. We're getting closer. What is this place? Look! It's Director Hugh! We better check his vitals. The Director's life signs are stable. That would do it. Look out! It's the Etherian security system! Scanning the Director's pod must have alerted them. We can hardly catch a break, can we? Let's activate the pod's dispenser. Excellent! The Cordrazine should kick in shortly. It looks like getting out of this pod from the inside is the tricky part. From out here, it should be relatively simple. Excellent idea! Not my speciality, though, I'm afraid. Indeed, we could target the control panel with a localized EMP to fry the locking mechanism. We could also recalibrate the control panel to bypass security parameters altogether. The choice is yours. Let's give it a try. That's it! We can open the pod. Director Hugh, are you okay?
Where are my officers?
They're safe. They're on the Riskava. We beamed them out, but we've yet to find Tassine
Forget
Faye.
Faye. We need to get off this ship. I'm worried about Tassine Faye too, but not the way you are. The Aetherians? They've been lying to us. Here, look.
It's the missing data from the Aetherian lab.
Through harmony, we are secure.
These biosigns.
Through unity, we are strong.
I don't understand. They're consistent with...
Borg. Yes. But also...
Through fusion, we are victorious.
Iconians.
Look out! Getting away!
What was that?
A problem for later. Its escape has triggered some kind of red alert. Shields are up.
Damn, there goes our plan of beaming out.
There might be another way. Not the way I'd usually greet an ally of your distinction, but I suppose this is somewhat of a unique situation. I'll save the details of my gratitude for later.
Right.
Your creativity, correct. It could be Iconian. Well, let's get out of here before more pots explode. The Harmony's defenses have locked the path behind us. The only way onward is forward. Call me Hugh. I've spent far too many stardates as a nameless.
Hugh it is. What are those?
Assimilation pods. Heads up! We got company.
Fighting them feels wrong. I thought we were allies.
Typically, I recommend setting phasers to stun, but that's a dance with assimilation I'd rather avoid, Admiral. Another hostile wave of Aetherians incoming. Your reputation precedes you. Well done. All right, let's go. My nanoprobe is detecting elevated levels of gamma radiation nearby. The Harmony's core.
Granddad Bex!
The Aetherians have lowered some sort of fractal containment fields blocking our path.
Leave it to me. I've become quite the expert on Aetherian security systems.
A stasis hole is the first stage of Etherian assimilation. Understood. We'll keep the Etherians at bay in the meantime.
Resist and you shall crumble. Accept and you shall ascend.
Another one? This influx seems endless. How's it looking, Admiral? Cooperative counter-probe technology stops the stasis from taking hold.
Almost there. The fractal containment field has been lowered.
Incredible.
Collaboration is fruitful. Why such discord in the face of harmony?
It is teleporting away. That's our chance. Let's get out of here.
I hope you're right about that gateway technology. A magnetic containment field protecting a cube-shaped reactor core.
Looks familiar, right? If only my tour had started in this room.
It's quite the display for a reactor core. It must be important to them.
Trapped again. It did seem too easy.
You're right, Hugh. These Grandat vectors are beaming in with no end in sight.
There must be another way to defeat them.
I have a plan, but it's risky.
I'm all ears.
If we lower its containment field, we could fire at the reactor core to initiate a breach.
What about the gamma radiation leaking into the room, and the potential loss of life aboard the ship?
I'm willing to bet that putting the core at risk will initiate an emergency power transfer protocol. This would divert all main energy back to the core's containment field, interrupting Etherian transport.
And likely divert power from the fractal containment fields too. Hell of a plan, Admiral.
And we'd have to backtrack into the room to carry it out.
A risk worth taking. Let's do it.
I'll get to work on this fractal containment field. The field has been lowered.
Let's act quickly. The Etherians aren't messing around.
I'm on it. Cover me. Reconfiguring security parameters.
Another attempt at initiating assimilation. How much longer, Admiral?
10 seconds.
You've got 5.
Done. The magnetic containment field has been lowered. Target the reactor core. Radiation levels are rising. We need to leave.
Let's go.
The control panel is malfunctioning. Cover me. I just need a couple of seconds.
Your second life awaits you, Hugh.
There, it's open. Where's Hugh?
There's something I need to do.
Radiation levels are too high. We need to leave. Emergency systems might seal this section off. This could be our last chance.
I know. That's why you should go ahead without me.
You can't save him, Hugh.
I know, but if I can get through, for even just a second, then it's worth a shot. I have to try.
Damn. We can't leave him behind.
Grendat Bex, that's your name, right? Where's Tassine Faye?
We are Grendat Bex. We are Tassine Faye. We are all at once, and soon you shall be too.
I'd rather die than be reassimilated.
It is the only way. Uprisers shall be quelled. Deniers shall be fused. You must join us. You must ascend.
Listen, it doesn't have to be like this. My people have the means to restore your freedom.
You misunderstand. We are free. We have long been freed from the shackles of Iconian rigor, and we have taken what serves us best from the Borg. We are evolved.
See, the trouble is, I think you think you're free, but you're not. Everything you're saying right now, that sounds an awful lot like a collective I used to be a part of. You think you don't have a choice, but if you ask me, you've just forgotten how to choose.
You are mistaken. We do not choose the ether. It chooses us. We follow its path.
Well, a wise man once told me, even when you think you don't have a choice, there always is one. I might not be able to help you now, but maybe I'll be able to help you one day. No one is beyond redemption.
We need to leave now.
I'm sorry. Follow me.
Incredible.
And
You are in luck. These aren't too dissimilar from the Tourette system gateway we encountered recently. I should be able to modify one of the gateway's frequencies to match the coordinates of our ships.
perfect.
The Rescava? Right. I'll get started on the gateway.
Heads up. More hostile Etherians incoming.
Through harmony, we are secure. Through unity, we are strong. Through fusion, we are victorious.
Nicely done, Admiral Kumarke. Well, no time to waste. Let's see if this gateway takes us to our ships as intended. See you on the other side.
Glad to see you made it in one piece. Let's check in with the Raskava.
Loud and clear.
It does not have to be. Today's events are a testament to our strength in dealing with unforeseen adversity. We are now sure than ever that we can be more than allies. We can be one. Do you not recall our axiom? Through harmony, we are secure. Through unity, we are strong. Through fusion, we are victorious. Was it not our mistake?
There must be a diplomatic way forward, even after today. Tassine Fey, my people and I, we can help you. The Cooperative advocates for the freed Borg. Our reclamation methods are consistently evolving and improving, and yet the core of our mission remains the same. A liberated Borg does not rid themselves of their past. They simply dare to challenge it.
Tassine Fey,
The galaxy will turn against itself long before it turns against us. We will watch from afar as factions burn and tear each other apart. It is foretold. The Aether will be ready to welcome those who survive. Your rejection of perfection is disappointing. We were hoping you would see the light, but you are not the first friends of ours who have refused ascension. Like everyone else from our dimension, you shall undergo fusion. It is inevitable. We learned from the best. We have been watching you for centuries. It is a shame that all of this ends now. Your individuality has been most intriguing, but it is useless nonetheless. Soon, we shall be fused, and you will know perfection.
Your ship is compromised, Tassine Fey. Stand down.
You mock the path the Aether has laid before you, friend.
Friend? You are no friend to me. Friends do not force others to join the collective.
Harmony has settled our conflict. Damn it!
thought only the Mirror Borg used those.
Let her go. This is just the beginning.
Control Borg incoming! Tarsian Faye, let them through reality vortex!
So she didn't need the cooperative help after all. More deception.
Was this an Ethereum ploy all along? Even Borg spilling to our universe as a complication and a cover-up?
Backup arriving just in time never hurts. However, Tassine Faye is still out there somewhere, and what she said about the galaxy turning against itself may be true. Reports of Borg incursions are multiplying by the stardate, with an unusual increase in infighting amongst Control, Mirror, and Prime Borg. Right. We may well and truly be on the precipice of a new era, as Tassine Faye said, one of a multiversal war. For now, let's return to safety and regather our strength. More Etherians could arrive unannounced at any moment. I will mask our warp signatures so we can return safely. A little trick I picked up during my unfortunate time in captivity many years ago. Once we're out of harm's way, I'll contact you to send over any information the Cooperative has on the Etherians. Oh, before you leave, I wanted to thank you for coming to my aid. There was a time in which a person like you might have left a liberated Borg like me behind. I'm touched to see this is no longer the case. Though we are no longer the most despised people in the galaxy, forging alliances is still a delicate endeavor for us. This means a lot to me, and the Cooperative.
To Today was... Yes.
Backup arrived.
Yes, that's... Your warp out also...
Here's the intel we gathered on the Etherians. It appears they are alternate universe Iconians who fused with the Borg to forgo assimilation, an event as yet unheard of. Their advanced Iconian technology and knack for deception has also been cause for great concern. Multiple reports of cooperative ship malfunctions after first contact with the Etherians have now surfaced. Lastly, during my time aboard the Harmony, I overheard Tassine Faye speak of the creature that escaped. I activated my translator just in time to hear her call it the Chimeran specimen. That's all I have for now. I'll reach out if anything changes. Do not hesitate to do the same, should you need us.
This is Captain Left Path. The path. I am home. Path. I thank you for its... Lead the way.
I've set up a sensor link. We'll be able to share any data we find.
I will not stand for a repeat of Eok and to see Prime or Draconis 3. The list of genocides goes on.
Scans indicate slight elevations in cosmic neutrinos and small-scale quantum fluctuations.
Sensors reveal residual protomatters and space markers. Our thieves are likely nearby.
I'm detecting a biogenetic energy signature located within a nearby gravitic distortion.
That must be the protomatter. It pains me to think I was once allied with these warmongering fools. Passive sensor. A Zenkethi satellite has decloaked in the distance. Approach with caution. Shields up.
Alliance trespassers, you will be obliterated like the vermin you are. From here, you walk the path of death.
Platform. The satellite is on!
space station? As far as I'm aware, that's unheard of.
We'll need to deactivate these satellites to get to the space station. We are being engaged by a decloaking Centauri fleet. Battle stations! Mars and Cathy vessels incoming! Synthetic traitor! You are no better than a lion so far!
did you acquire the protomatter from?
Wouldn't you like to know? Worthless suck!
Ship is under attack.
The protomatter has been ejected. Recommend scanning before pickup. It could be a trap.
This protomatter has been corrupted. Its structure, though outwardly Lucari, has been modified to fit Aetherian technology we've previously encountered, with Suns and Kethi alterations as well. Essentially, it's been weaponized. Not only...
We must destroy the...
I, for one, there may... A Borg cube! It's locked onto the protomatter device.
We cannot allow them to leave the protomatter.
Weapon systems malfunction. We're unable to remodulate our weapons to bypass the cube's shield.
Admiral, we must retaliate. Help! Get a lock on the protomatter with our tractor beams. Now!
Warning. Ship is under attack. 4 shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right shields failing.
Shields are incurring significant damage. If it neutralizes, it's over.
Captain Paul, our tractor beams are giving in. We can't hold on for much longer.
Weapons are ready online.
It's useless. Cube has effected. Too risky. Scans show fragmented life force aboard, including True and Tellarite Borg. Absolutely not. This protomatter is intelligent. It could be unstable.
We're out of time.
There must be another way.
Now or never.
Damn. All right. A targeted H boson pulse should trigger the protomatter reaction. Need to get closer to the Borg cube to detonate the protomatter. What a shocking experience.
I will notify Alliance Command of our success. In particular, thank you for your assistance. I will notify Alliance Command of our success.
Greetings, this is Hugh, Director of the Cooperative Borg and Borg Reclamation Project. I'm assembling a task force to take down the Etherians, and Command has put your name forward as their specialist on all things Borg. As you know, the Cooperative and its allies are currently trying to track down Tassine Fey. We think we've found her. Will you meet me at Deep Space Nine? I've called for a classified, high-priority meeting with the Alliance. Upon arrival, I recommend you have your first officer dock your ship so we can run some diagnostics on it at the station. We've been working on experimental methods of removing what we believe is Etherian starship sabotage. We can't risk any further malfunctions. I'll be counting on you and your ship today.
There is always a choice.
Welcome to Deep Space Nine. I am filling in for President Okeg, whose presence was requested at Kittimer HQ instead. The other Alliance captains recruited for this mission have already received their briefs and will be heading out shortly. When you're ready, you may take a seat to attend the conference. Until then, feel free to strategize with your allies. I will be observing from the sidelines so I can draw up a mission report once you've returned.
You made it. Always good to share a high-priority mission with a fellow Starfleet officer. I saw your ship ducked out at one of the pylons. Let me guess. Aetherian sabotage, right? Well, if it's any consolation, I hear they're almost finished with the experimental diagnostics they're running. You'll be the first to test them out. With any luck, you'll be joining us soon for what will hopefully be my last tactical operation for quite some time. Admiral Quinn's put in a good word for me with Pete Harkins of the old Pathfinder project. Who knows? Maybe we can start up a new exploratory initiative. I haven't exactly told the other captains about that, though. Keep it to yourself. Let's focus on taking down these Aetherian Grelthi and call it a day. Starfleet's counting.
You're late, but I am pleased to see you here. The atmosphere is a little tense inside this conference room. Loris has informed us that the Dominion does not intend to partake in this mission. Their fleet is indisposed. In fact, a number of allied powers are no-shows today. Not a great start. I thought I was done with mad demigods for the foreseeable future, but it looks like we've got an Aetherian cult leader on our hands. I don't know much about this Tassine Faye, but I've heard she's bad news. I better ready up the Lisette and check in with my crew.
Have you come to join us in glorious battle against the Aetherians? Or are you content with watching from the sidelines like a kachom? We should already be heading to our destination point, yet the Alliance leaders wish to host a conference first. I, for one, will not sit by idly and let the opportunity to strike first pass me by.
Please, have a seat.
Thank you all for coming. I know not all of our allies could make it today.
It's not the first time we host a high-priority conference at Deep Space Nine on the threats posed by the Borg. But this time, our mission feels a little more hopeful. Director?
The Cooperative and I called on the Alliance today to inform your captains that one of our nanoprobes has successfully tracked Aetherian Concordium leader Tassine Faye to the Midas Array.
Tassine Faye believes she is on her way to seize control of the array and lay a trap for the Alliance. This time, we've come prepared.
We've been working on a strategy against the Aetherians and have been tracking their trajectory for some time now.
Thanks to the Cooperative, the Midas Array has already been evacuated. Non-essential personnel have been transferred using cloaked Klingon vessels provided by Chancellor L'Rell, and false life signs intended to lure the Aetherians in have been planted aboard the array with Romulan technology lent to us by Proconsul Datan.
But that's not all. A team of cooperative scientists and I have been developing an Aetherian diffusion device that we're hoping to use on Tassine Faye. Our Priority 1 tactical initiative is to ambush her by the Midas Array in order to extract and interrogate her. My fleet is currently split up in an orbit of both the Lukari homeworld and the Jaret system Dyson Sphere to prevent incursions of any kind. Recent events suggest both the Lukari and Iconians are at risk. There's a high probability Tassine Faye will head to one of these locations next. As the Yasutake is stationed by the Dyson Sphere, I'll be needing a ride to the Midas Array. Fortunately, the Admiral, Chancellor, and Proconsul have sent their best ships to assist us.
Are we really certain that Aetherian technology is unable to detect a cloaked evacuation and false life signs?
Perhaps you should ask the Tal Shiar, Proconsul. Our latest mission reports indicate the Aetherians were involved with them somehow.
Chancellor, you and I both know that I have no relation to the Tal Shiar or their nefarious activities. Besides, the data found aboard the Harmony was barely legible. It could have been fabricated for all we know.
Please, my friends, let's put our differences aside for the sake of the galaxy. We can discuss the details at a later date. Our current priority is to safely excise Tassine Faye and defuse her, if possible.
And why is that exactly, Admiral?
Because we believe Tassine Faye is the Aetherian Borg Queen.
And if we can get to her, we can get to her entire collective.
You are a worthy ally, Director. But are you really prepared to take on a 200,000-year-old Iconian Borg Queen?
I'm glad you asked. I've got an expert on all things Borg Queen aboard the Enterprise. Come see me when you're ready.
As much as I'd like to see Starfleet return to a role of discovery, I'm afraid its phasers at the ready for now. Above all else, it's imperative the Alliance remains united. A number of galactic leaders are missing today. I hope this isn't indicative of anything but a difference in priorities. Stay safe out there.
Thanks for meeting me here. The captain should be arriving at the Midas Array any minute now. Here are the details of our mission. I've been working on a diffusion device for some time now together with the Yasutake's first officer, Commander Duff. In essence, we've modified Admiral Janeway's neurolytic pathogen to make it compatible with the Aetherians. Instead of neural disruption, this device uses a retroviral agent to break genetic fusion and revert drones to their pre-fusion state. Here's the catch, though. We need someone to spread this virus for us. A liberated Borg is the ideal candidate, as they'd be able to tap into the Aetherian subspace frequencies. That's right, or the XB ally I've called in. If we target Tassine Faye, we should be able to sever the Aetherians from their queen. Needless to say, it's risky, and could lead to widespread chaos within her collective. But even if we fail, as long as we capture her, we'd still be able to use her as a bargaining chip or interrogate her. We've only got one shot at this. This is a single-charge diffusion device, so we'll need to be quick and smart. Looks like I'm down a fleet today, so I'll be traveling with you, if you don't mind. I hear your ship is about ready.
Lieutenant Kagrash has informed me that your ship is ready for service. Good luck out there.
Aetherians must have seen us coming somehow. Proconsul Datan was right. Let's act quickly. We need to search the system and get a debrief from the Alliance captains. Long-range sensors suggest the Bortesque is critically damaged. Let's go.
This is Captain Corin. The Bortesque has sustained plasma conduit ruptures across several decks.
Hold your position, Captain. We'll begin repairs with a low-frequency gamma weld.
Director, I see you do not back down from a challenge. Your assistance is appreciated.
Assistance we better redirect to the Lisette. Let's move.
This is the Lisette. Do you copy? We're being tailed by a drone ship.
Commander Duroc, this is Director Hugh. Copy that. We're on it.
Welcome sight. It seemed your delayed arrival is now turning out to be vital to the success of our mission. Not a conclusion I would have been able to draw by relying on logic alone. Past the array. However, the exact position is unclear. The Aetherians have severed the Lisette's comms link with the Enterprise. Full systems malfunction. Before we set off on our mission, Alliance vessels received a comprehensive security sweep at Deep Space Nine. Unfortunately, the sabotage went undetected, which is cause for concern. To my knowledge, the Aetherians have never been aboard the Lisette. This means their plans are either being carried out remotely, or that sabotage technology was discreetly brought aboard. But they're here all right. We're still investigating, but if you'd like to witness the malfunctions yourself, you can head to the Midas Array. The Romulan Republic did not only plant false life signs, but a surveillance system, approved by the Alliance, of course.
Thanks, Commander. Cause for concern indeed. We'll head to the array as we search for the Enterprise.
Captain Sean, this is Commander Duroc. The Midas Array has been tapped. My crew is standing by.
Copy that, Commander. Bortesque, this is the Enterprise reporting in. We are in position and ready to intercept the Harmony. Captain Corin, do you copy?
Captain, I have received an emergency transmission from the Bortesque. Cloaking technology has been compromised. The Aetherians could get a visual lock on Corin's crew in moments if we do not act swiftly.
Damn. Well, still no sign of the Harmony. And the Bortesque is showing up on our sensors now. This is not good. Commander, could you get closer and provide a status report? The Enterprise has to maintain position.
Agreed. The Lisette is temporarily abandoning position. Helm, set a course for the Bortesque, but keep a distance.
Enterprise Lisette. This is Captain Corin. Fortescue. Comms have disrupted. The spineless enemy has...
Captain Corin, do you copy? There's no response. Enterprise, the Lisette needs to get closer in order to scan the Fortescue, or beam down if necessary. Wait. Enterprise, the Lisette systems are shutting down. Something is overriding our cloaking technology. Captain Sean, do you copy? Sean? Vakel?
It looks like the Alliance ships were sabotaged, but at different times. As if Tassine Faye had planned to incapacitate the captains in battle. But something went wrong. Why not trigger the malfunctions in one go? Get everyone at the same time. And why the Fortescue first? It all feels a little erratic. I wonder if our ambush took her by surprise after all. We need to reach the Enterprise and get to the bottom of this.
Look who showed up to the party. Just in time to watch my ship get towed into oblivion. Poetic.
Glad you're in such good spirits, Captain, but it's not time for goodbyes yet.
Tassine Faye's on that ship. Don't let it escape. I bet she's already powering up a reality vortex.
On it. Disable the Harmony's ETS-rated quantum phase generators. Harmony's weapon systems are down. Now's our chance to disable that tractor beam.
That's it. The Harmony has been disabled.
You just prevented my ship from getting booked on a terrifying interdimensional flight. The offer of a one-way ticket to the Etherean homeworld isn't entirely uncompelling, but it's the complementary side of assimilation I take issue with. I'd love to stay and chat about how grateful I am, but we've got an Etherean boarding party on our hands down here. What's more, Commander Kiona has just notified me that Tassine Faye's decided to join her little friends aboard the Enterprise. A hell of a situation we've got on our hands, but perhaps this is a blessing in disguise.
You're right. My colleague is already aboard the Enterprise waiting for our arrival. Hopefully this gives us an advantage. Ready to beam down on your command. Welcome aboard the Enterprise. Here's the plan. We need to secure the ship. There's no use capturing Tassine Faye if we're fused by one of her drones. We also play by Alliance rules, which means helping any survivors we come across if we're able to. Speaking of allies, my neural link received a ping from a subspace beacon originating from the ship's computer access room. That'll be my colleague. We'll need to team up with her to improve our odds. Remember, we need a liberated Borg to act as a conduit to defuse Tassine Faye. Fellow liberated Borg, former unaffiliated vigilante to some, galactic hero to others, and as loyal as they come. She'll tell you the rest. Lead the way. Etherean drone up ahead.
Diplomacy is futile. Fusion is formidable.
The doors ahead are locked. We need to find a way to bypass security protocols. Didn't know you were a force field specialist.
Fusion is the only final frontier. It is clear now.
Final frontier?
Why explore the galaxy when your mind can become one with the all-knowing ether?
I'm glad I'm not fighting these drones alone. There's something odd about the way they say their axioms. Sounds a bit familiar. The security room. I bet we can bypass lockdown protocols from inside. We need to disable security parameters to open the doors to the computer access room. I'll cover you. Nicely done. Let's return to the computer access room.
Your collective was imperfect. Join us so you may finally ascend.
The only thing ascending in here is my frustration with you.
Fuse and you shall know perfection. 7 of 9. Tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01.
How about you fuse with my right hook? Thanks, but I've got it. What took you so long? So you got any tips on how to take these suckers out?
I do, actually. Shut down the transporters and compromise the reactor core.
Oh, perfect. I'll keep it in mind. Well, would you look at that? I was wondering who the classified contact Hugh's been speaking so highly of was. It's been a while, but I'm glad it's you. I take it you're familiar with the plan? That's right. The director here also shared some tactical information with me from his time aboard the Harmony. With any luck, our game of Catch the Queen should go a little better than your last run-in with the Etherians. High risk, high reward, I won't deny it. But our odds are good. This extraction is now happening on Alliance territory. And we've got 2 liberated Borg candidates who can act as defusion conduits.
Alliance Task Force, this is Captain Sean. Tassine Fey is on the bridge.
This is our chance. Lead the way, 7.
We can access the bridge from main engineering. Follow me. So, Director, how confident are we feeling about this defusion device?
I'd say about 75%, give or take.
Reversing emitter node polarity, destabilizing force field integrity. Let's go.
danger. We are...
Step away from him.
She's escaping. Transport trajectory confirms she's heading to the Lisette.
Raquel Shawn, you no longer need to bear the burden of being a sole survivor. We can become one.
What on... Are you talking about my family? How the hell do you know about that?
Get distracted, Captain. They're messing with you.
Director, 7. I can't thank you enough. That was a close call. Once this mission is over, I'll be heading back to Deep Space Nine for repairs and repose. That's if any of us make it out alive.
Enterprise, this is Commander Jirok. It's good to see you're all in one piece. Our comms are up and running again, but internal systems have been sabotaged by the Etherians, including our Singularity Core. Requesting immediate assistance.
We can't let that Singularity Core destabilize. Its collapse could cause a chain reaction across this region of space. Our team will head to the Lisette. Captain Shawn, your crew needs you here. Let's keep in touch.
I'm contacting you from the bridge. The Etherians have sabotaged the Lisette's internal systems. We've managed to repel boarders, but they've blocked off our path to the Singularity Core. They're plotting something. Many, unfortunately. To add to that, most of the ship's doors, consoles, and turbo lifts are malfunctioning. We used some of our last power reserves to beam you aboard our Singularity Core deck. I'll have to guide you remotely. Your team will need to reroute our emergency power supply to conduct repairs and access our Singularity Core. As you can see, environmental systems are offline and visibility is limited. Sending over command-level clearance codes. You'll need them to move on freely. There are repairs to conduct beyond those doors, but you'll need to pick a path. Our power supply is too low to open both at the same time.
My internal sensors are detecting a nearby oxygenation valve that needs fixing up.
Nice work. Power is rerouting to the valve.
Looks like you unlocked a security log.
This is Lieutenant Zhu Terrell, Tactical Division. I'm still unable to locate Sub-Commander Zionel, despite my best efforts. The Etherians swarmed the Lisette, ignoring most of the damage dealt by my disruptors. They locked us out and overrode all of the ship's systems, despite leaving many wounded in her wake. This Ta-Seen Fei seemed uninterested in exchanging phaser fire with us, heading straight for the core instead. Lieutenant Salon's security report indicates the Etherian's life sign was last detected in the Singularity Core room. As I am unable to access it from this deck, I will reluctantly transfer our medical unit instead, and guard the survivors until I receive new orders from my commander.
Can't think of a good reason why a Borg queen would do that. It's also a little odd to be putting herself on the line like that, don't you think? Then again, these Etherians are Iconian Borg. Maybe their motivations are harder to determine than your average collective.
The Lisette looks worse for wear.
The ship has seen better days, no doubt about that. These consoles power life support and airlocks, but the isolinear chips are misaligned.
Power is being diverted from their systems.
All right, one more to go. It worked. All right, I'm only detecting one affected area left. Let's go. Great. Repairs are done. Singularity room aside. Let's head back to damage control.
Thanks to your efforts, power has been restored to this deck. The Singularity Core is now accessible. Stand by to receive the room's access codes. Hold. I'm receiving a transmission from the Bortescue.
Alliance Task Force, this is Captain Corrin. I have a visual on the Etherian Pit Hach. Tassine Fey and her followers have boarded the Bortescue. Hotech! Her treacherous drones are not holding back. This is a fight worthy of a Klingon. If you are brave, you will join us in battle.
Hold that thought. Logistics are up and running again. Our intel indicates that the Singularity Core has been tampered with. If it collapses, it's game over. For everyone.
Agreed. It's the only option. What's the play?
Glad you offered. I was thinking the same thing. With Commander Jirok's guidance, one person should be enough to repair the Singularity Core. But don't take too long, you're gonna miss all the fun.
I'll guide you through the Singularity Core repairs. First off, equip an EV suit.
Captain Corrin, this is 7. 2 to beam over.
The Etherians fried some of our gravity generators. Really changes your perspective.
Jirok, this is Sean. I'm getting reports of Borg incursions close to the Juret Dyson sphere.
Focus on collecting data from nearby consoles. Sean, I'll contact command. Scans show the sabotage device you removed was sending a signal to the Harmony. Another device removed. This one was emitting a destabilizing resonance pulse. Logistics point to a final anomaly past the core. You'll need to power it down. It's beautiful, isn't it? The Singularity Core. Controlled chaos. Unmatched potential. Don't let that fool you, though. If the containment field fails, we'll begin to demolecularize. Initial scans registered a single anomaly. Turns out we're dealing with a trifecta. Plasma conduits have been repaired. 2 more points to go. Sending you the coordinates. Subspace anchors have been stabilized. Sending over the final coordinates.
This is 7. How's it going? We could use your help on the Bortisque.
Quantum diagnostics are back online. Now that core stability has been restored, I'll reroute main power back to all systems, turn the core back on, and head down to your deck. Thank you for your assistance. I'll take over from here. Patching you through to the Bortisque.
While my warriors have been crushing Aetherian enemies through fire and flame, you have been floating around on the Lisette, tinkering with broken technology. Enough! Now is your chance to die with honor, and put your Darshekme where your mouth is. I have a lock on your coordinates. Transport in 3, 2, 1! We must secure the bridge! Good. You live to fight beside us still. The Aetherians and their spineless leader have dared to board the Bortisque and set it ablaze with their sabotage. That's the spirit. You must pick up a fire suppression device if you wish to die honorably. The device, however, must be repaired first. Those worthless swines have sabotaged most of our equipment. Extinguish the flames and join your allies in battle!
Good, you're here. A little outnumbered.
From 2 hearts to 1, fusion is glorious.
To sabotage a Klingon ship is to provoke the wrath of 1,000 Spotless! Enemy target.
said it would be nice to go somewhere warm for my next job. This is overkill.
Still no visual on Tassine Fey, but there are plenty of drones around.
Can't tell if I'm inhaling smoke or if that's the taste of defeat. Where's Tassine Fey?
Corin, this is Jirok.
More Ethereum borders on the lower level. Stay sharp and look out for survivors.
Alliance team, report to the mid-level of the bridge. Though these flames make for a glorious battle scene, suffocating is no way to reach Sto-vo-kor. We need to repair the Bordersku's ventilation system and clear all debris so we can find this Etherean Tach-Kek.
You're right. I'll stay with Corin and help clear the debris. Seven, I recommend you and I split up in case something goes wrong on either side.
You got it. Let's get to work on these vents. Formal training or just impeccable instinct?
We've cleared an area of debris. Smoke is subsiding.
My internal sensors are reading one more ventilation console up ahead. Forged in fire, right? It's almost ironic now. You know, something's telling me we are going about our trap the wrong way.
Debris has been cleared.
Ventilation's back online, too. Heads up, I'm picking up on Tassine Fey's exact biosignature, but the signal is fading. I don't see her up there, though. Can anyone get a visual?
Visual or not, we must clear this debris. If the Etherean leader is hiding behind it, she will die a coward.
Damn, she escaped.
More Etherean borders.
How do they keep bypassing all of the Alliance's security parameters?
Volvak! What is this filth doing on my view screen?
I'm not sure what that is on your view screen, Captain Corrin. Maybe an Aetherian sabotage subroutine? Either way, no sign of Tassine Fey. The biosignature is gone.
Incoming transmission from Captain Sean.
Alive, but not well. Sorry to say, but Tassine Fey is back on the Enterprise. I'm opening up a multi-channel with the Lisette.
The Lisette is stable, for now, but I suspect my vessel is next on Tassine Fey's list of destinations. What's the plan?
Know thine enemy. An Earth saying, I believe. Tassine Fey is one step ahead of us. We must get one step ahead of her.
That's pretty good, actually. The Harmony's disabled, right? In essence, the Alliance has control of it until Tassine Fey decides to initiate repairs, but that doesn't seem like her priority right now. Most of her drones are beaming onto our ships while her own shields are down. We could beam onto the Harmony while the Aetherians are distracted and lay our trap there. A couple of pattern enhancers, maybe some arson, little vandalism, something to get her attention. Wouldn't be on our turf anymore, but we'd have some time to set it all up.
The reactor room. I remember Admiral Kumarke say something about how the core seemed important to them. Maybe we can do a little sabotage of our own.
Your assistance aboard my vessel has earned my respect. But you are mad if you think any of the Alliance captains are willing to sit out on the fight of our lifetimes. On the way to the Midas Array, Sean, Jarak, and I swore to each other that we would see this plan through to the very end. We shall join you aboard the Harmony. Commander Boroth will take over in my absence. A worthy compromise. I accept. Our deeds today will be the ones that echo through the halls of Stovakar. Kapla!
All right. Looks like we're all accounted for. My nanoprobes are detecting a single Aetherian life sign nearby. It's phasing in and out of existence. This reactor room also looks a little different since my last visit. I guess they redesigned.
The life sign. It's accessed my neural transceiver and initiated contact through the collective subspace network. I think it's the reactor core. It's calling itself a tether to the ether, one of many Unimatrix chambers. Change of plans. We use the defusion device on the core instead. I get the feeling there's a chance it could spread to the rest of Tassine Fey's collective, but we'd still need to trap her and hook her up to it to bypass any Aetherian encryptions.
No, it's not. How do we know it'll even work? It's intended for a singular, partially biological life form. This is a reactor core acting as a subspace network.
I can't explain it. You weren't there when I accessed the Queen cell on board the artifact. Reconnecting to the collective as their temporary leader, it changed me. I think this ether recognizes me as a viable Borg Queen.
I don't know, Seven. Injecting a whole collective with sudden individuality could have disastrous consequences.
I know you're worried, Hugh. But Picard couldn't have predicted the chaos caused by your individuality when you return to the collective. We know better now. If I act as the conduit and transfer Tassine Fey's authority to me, I can program the defusion to be gradual. I've done it once, I can do it again. Trust me.
All right. I trust you too. Remind me of the new plan.
Lay down the pattern enhancers close to the reactor core and target it to get Tassine Fey's attention. If this works, this ether should send her a subspace transmission through the core, prompting her to return. We can then prevent her from beaming back out. Once she's trapped, I'll hook both of us up to the ether and transfer her powers to me. If we inject the pathogen straight into the core system, we should be able to defuse any drones connected to it. Gradually. Can you get those pattern enhancers placed? We'll cover you.
One pattern enhancer placed. 3 to go.
Hang on, sensors are picking up an incoming energy signature.
Why do you choose senselessness? You could have ascended and joined us.
Damn it, we've been teleported to the other side. There goes step one of our plan.
She's got Sean, Corin, and Jarak in the stasis hold. We can't let her shoot them.
Take down this construct to release the captains. Vulnerable to our attack.
Close one. Let's see what this construct's made of.
The ether despises.
At least. And not a moment too soon. These Ethereans are insufferable.
I'd sooner be fed to the Kuskari and ripped off than delay this battle any longer.
Up, vulnerable to our attack.
Eludes us. The ether endures.
We need to lower these containment fields to reach Tassine Fey.
Good thing I kept the access codes. On it.
teleported us again.
And she's called in drones for backup. We need to take her out.
Corin, Jirok, let's dethrone this drone.
You thought this would be enough to stop us?
On the move again, and she's shielding herself.
I'll lower the next containment field. All right, let's head for the final containment field. If we don't place that final pattern enhancer, she could beam out. I'm on it.
You lack harmony, guidance.
Yeah, I lack harmony, cohesion gradients. Will be my undoing. I've heard it all before.
Final pattern enhancer placed. She's trapped. Damn it! She keeps jumping around to restore her shields. She's rerouting power to her.
Her halo is an energy redistribution node. We have to take it out.
I can remodulate a pattern enhancer to disrupt her defenses. You get that halo.
7 of 9. You sought perfection once. Why do you seek it no longer? Consider our offer.
An offer involves consent, something you're unfamiliar with. Time's up, bitch.
She puts up a good fight, I'll give her that. Shame it's not enough to break our resolve.
Pattern enhancer remodulated. Shield is down. Now or never.
You, John, cover us. Time to finish this. Corin, Jirok, let's knock that halo off.
There is no one left to fight beside you. The galaxy has torn itself apart.
You were just another tyrant clinging to control, Tassine Faye.
And your tyranny ends now!
Restrainer.
Lowering the reactor core's containment field.
I'm hooked up. Drag her over.
You will not defuse the Aetherians.
It's for the best, Tassine Faye.
Think of it like this. You get to be the savior of your people.
It's your lucky day, Borg Queen.
Queen?
Security parameters disabled. Initiating transfer.
Inputting the modified neurolytic pathogen into the core's data stream.
No. No! We will not allow it!
You must comply.
We must not. We must protect the ether.
Watch out! She's modifying the injection stream.
It's too late, I'm in.
Chimerans! With security parameters disabled, they must have located the Harmony.
Did it work?
Not on the core, maybe on Tassine Fey. Too early to tell.
Captains, call your ships. We're getting out of here.
Commander Kiona, this is Captain Sean. Prepare to plot a course for Deep Space Nine. We're heading back.
Thanks for the ride back. Looks like your ship didn't suffer any malfunctions on the way. Lucky. You really had everybody's back today. Knowing you can be counted on even in the worst situations, well, that's as rare as a Vulcan smile. When you have a moment, the director and I would like to talk to you about Tassine Fey's future. Right now, though, I think your command wants to speak with you.
Just the person I wanted to see. I hear things got a little out of hand at the Midas Array, but it seems to me like the mission was still a success. Tassine Fey has been extracted and remanded to one of the station's brigs. As for the Harmony, the Alliance has some conflicting opinions on its eventual fate if we ever get hold of it. Chancellor L'Rell believes we should return for it and tow it to Khitomer for joint observation. Proconsul Datan believes the Cooperative should supervise the ship from a distance, and that Director Hugh is best placed to oversee such an operation. I'm not sure where I stand myself. Proposals are already landing on my desk, from living exhibit at Memory Alpha to destroy the thing. I understand your actions today saved countless lives. Starfleet commends you. We knew you'd be the right person for the job.
Without your help, the Enterprise would have been a goner. Speaking of, looks like the Midas Array is now under quarantine. The array has been overtaken by the Chimerans. We're starting to recognize more of their signals over long-range sensors. It's not looking good, I'll give you that. But I'm confident we've made progress today. Oh, before you go, on my bridge, one of the Etherean drones said something to me that took me aback. It's as if it knew who I was. My life story. I think you know what I'm getting at. I'm lucky to be alive.
You fought valiantly aboard the Bortesque and the Harmony. It is a pity we withdrew. We could have taken these Chimerans, blade in hand, I am sure of it. Some say these creatures are able to terraform entire Borg cubes. If the tales are true, then they are foes worthy of song. I would gladly give my life to see such an abomination with my own eyes. Wouldn't you?
Thank you for repairing the Lisette. That ship means more to me than words can say. As for what the Etherians intended to do with our Singularity Core, I'd rather not speculate too much. My science officer, Neril, will be drawing up a full report. Suffice to say, it is clear they intended to use the Midas Array to their advantage somehow. They seem focused on sabotaging and acquiring new technology. Not unusual for the Borg, I suppose.
Thanks for checking back in with us. This was quite a mission, and I have a feeling our efforts have only just begun. My own de-assimilation bordered on traumatic. I ended up bringing my individuality back to a collective that was very ill-prepared for it. It caused widespread chaos and violence. We need to be careful about how we decide to move forward. Perhaps defusing Tassine Fey alone was for the best. I shudder to think of a galaxy full of unfused Etherians who, well, lack guidance.
He's not wrong. Liberating a Borg is no joke, and the start is the worst of it. But what first seems like a curse eventually becomes a gift. During my time aboard Voyager, I learned the value of individuality, but also the strength of personal connection. In the end, it became apparent to me that you don't need a hive mind to understand the real meaning of unity. Anyway, I'm glad we had you along for the ride today. It's easy for us liberated Borg to get carried away when dealing with another collective. It's so personal, you need someone with a fresh perspective to keep you level-headed.
How are you doing, Tassine Fey?
She's refused to talk so far.
Give her time. Patience. It'll get better.
You know, I've been where you are right now. Longing to go back to a chorus of comforting voices. Frustrated at my lack of agency. But in the end, liberation was the only way forward. It gave me back so many things that I'd forgotten I needed. I see you remain unconvinced. But what's so different between being controlled by an ether and being told what to do by the Alliance until you can make up your own mind? At least once you're liberated, you'll be free to decide how to live your life. That's more than what I got at times. Well, I'll be back same time tomorrow, Tassine Fey.
Tefei.
What did you say?
Tefei was my name. Tassine is just a title.
Right. Queen.
No. We have no corporeal queen. Defusing me was pointless. You achieved nothing.
What we achieve is helping you. And every other drone. One person at a time. Until every Borg is liberated. And no one is left behind.
Irrelevant. Impossible. Someone is always left behind. That is why the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Well, maybe. But the whole would be nothing without all of its parts. I hope that in time you'll see that. Same time tomorrow, Tefei.
I'm contacting you from Deep Space Nine to report that our mission has been a partial success. Tassine Faye is under our supervision and making progress, slowly but surely. Although it appears she's not the Etherian Borg Queen after all. Seven is working together with the Alliance to oversee her diffusion process, and we expect answers soon. The process has been both a strain on the station psychologically and in terms of resources. It's clear Tassine Faye does not trust us yet. As for the Midas Array, I received a report from Commander Jirok Science Officer Narrow. It appears the Etherians were attempting to use both the array and the Lisette Singularity Core to open a rift in space-time. It's difficult to understand their motives. We are unable to collect more data for now, as both the Midas Array and the Harmony are swarming with Chimerans. The Alliance has sent some of their best fleets over to contain the situation, but reports of Chimerans have already surfaced from other systems. Seven and I will reach out to our allies to understand who we can call in to assist with these Chimerian incursions. I'll contact you if any more information comes to light. Do not hesitate to do the same, should we be of use to you.
Congratulations, Admiral.